Hello everyone and welcome to How to Date a Magical Girl, a new Let's Play I'm doing on the channel about magical girls and how to date them. This music is straight banging, like holy crap. Like I did not expect like this rock music to play when I opened this game. It's pretty cool. But you can buy it on Steam right now, it's $8.99, so it's pretty cheap. I asked the developers if I could play this game through to the end and they said, yeah sure, go ahead. I'm like, okay, good. I got consent. There's options menu, you know, it's kind of bare, but you know, whatever, it's fine. It does its job. Gallery, lots of scenes that we don't have. But we can see this one. Ooh, look at that. Okay, let's start a game. New game. Loading memory module. Welcome. Before we begin, we need to find out more about you. Please answer the following questions truthfully. Question 1. What do you look like? Oh, should we be a girl or a boy? This guy actually kind of looks like me. Kinda. So you look like this? Yes. Very good. We shall continue. What is your name? Yuki? No, we'll just do my name. My real name. Last few games I played, I got to input my name, which is a nice surprise. So your name is Alan. Is Alan your name? Well, you know, I don't know. You know what? Fun fact about me that you probably don't care about. My mom, I was named after my father, who has the same name, obviously. My mom, when she gave birth to me, wanted to name me Adonis, which is the Greek god of beauty. And I'm really bummed I didn't get that name. But you know what? Doesn't matter. It's fine. I need to confirm all the answers you've given me. I noticed it kind of gets like a little glitchy, like with the, see, like it's kind of like, I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's kind of jarring that the background gets kind of messed up when you hover over an option, but that's okay. Your name is on, you look like this. Yep, no, I'm lying. It's been so long since I've actually played a game on the channel, like actually to completion. I'm actually kind of excited about it. You know, the quick look stuff is fine, but you know, it's like people, you know, they want more, and you know, I don't blame them. Very well, thank you for providing this information. You may begin. Today is a Wonders Day. We found an envelope full of unmarked bills. Today I've dreamt about for nearly 3 months, a day that I surely thought would never arrive. Really? Never? Come on, Ron. All the blood, sweat, and tears I've shed these past months have led me to this very point in time, this perfect moment. The very point of my entire existence. I now hold in my possession the Holy Grail, an object of such great value and importance that it would spell disaster if it fell into the wrong hands. It rests heavily in my palm, seeming to pulsate with life. The inconspicuous brown paper bag covering it does little to mask its holy aura. As I gaze upon this most sacred of objects, I make a solemn vow to myself. I promise to guard this object until the day I die. Boy, this better be important. It's gonna be either really important or really stupid. There's no in between. Is it like a nudie mag? It's probably like a nudie mag. For now, it's time to view the object's full magnificent splendor. Oh, it's volume 35 of that. I unwrap the brown paper bag and I'm nearly blinded by the light emanating from within. Finally, I now hold the uncovered object in all of its radiant glory. It is the limited edition special cover version of volume 35 of my all-time favorite magical girl manga series. Yes, I waited for 3 months after this volume was announced for today, the release day. I find myself shedding a single tear of joy as I bask in the beauty of the limited edition cover, with only 100 of these printed. I'm truly one of the luckiest people alive. Okay, 100? Yeah, that's collector's edition. Why are you holding it in your hands, you moron? I've been following along this series since I was an impudent child. I have grown alongside it, chanting the heroine's name in my sleep night after night. No one spoiled this game for me. I don't know anything about it. Okay? Other than what I've seen on Steam. And now the very last volume has arrived. Years of worship have guided me here. Today the series is complete. I return home and read this most valued tome and achieve true nirvana. Now, why would you... Okay. If you had a special edition or something, why would you ever open it? Like, if it's that rare, what you do is you buy a special edition and then you buy a regular edition. So you read the regular edition, keep the special edition wrapped up nice and neat, and, you know, make sure it's all pristine and stuff. That's what I do. That's what I do. Reading this series over the years has been an uphill battle. My friends often mocked me for following a Shonen's manga series, but you know what, the hell with them. They just don't see the light. They couldn't possibly fathom the rich, intricate history of the world, the heroine's ambitions and motives, the ever-present darkness threatening to engulf the entire world. If they truly wanted to believe this is a children's manga, that's their right, but I wouldn't be swayed by their narrow-minded opinions. The jerks. Sure everything is recording properly? Okay. I find myself trembling in anticipation as my fingers reach forward to open the cover. No, I must be patient. I need to return home first before I dive into this adventure. You know, you gotta sit down, you gotta relax, you know, and then you dive in a good book. Oh, I just can't keep my eyes off this beautiful cover. The walk home will truly be a test of my inner strength and willpower. I should power walk towards my house. The quicker I get home, the quicker I can begin reading. Excellent idea. Alan, you are such a genius. The journey speeds along at a rapid pace. I didn't even have to take my eyes off the manga. I know this route so well I will never be hit by a car. Just a few more blocks to go. Initializing world. Oh man. I was gonna say another game, but I don't want to spoil that game. So I wasn't gonna say like the similarities, but that's okay. You know, I feel like I wasted most of spring just lazing around, nothing to do. I can't even remember the majority of it. I mean, the days just kind of passed by like a blur. I mean, every day is the same as the last. At the very least, Hikari came to visit me on some days. Well, at least I think she did. I don't remember if she ever stayed long or if we talked much. Still, it was very nice for her to do. She's such a sweet girl. This week has been unusually hot for some reason. I think this heat has been scrambling my brains like eggs on a frying pan. I'm finding it so hard to focus lately, to concentrate on just anything at all. I know I should perk up a little, try and get some things done before the season ends. But then again, it's just so easy to lay here on the grass without a care in the world. I wonder how much longer I can go on like this. Everything changed on that fateful day, 2 years ago. That day I picked up the final volume of my favorite magical girl manga series. I read it cover to cover, and when I finished, you know, reality just began to sink in. The story was over. You know, there'll be no more volumes. You know, I kind of have that same feeling too when I don't watch much anime, but, you know, like the really good ones, like when it's over, it's like, man, it's like, that's it, you know? It's like the story's over. Or like reading a good book, and it's like, there'll never be any more of this book. I don't know, unless it's a series, but, you know, obviously the final volume of something is like, that's it, it's over. There's no more. There never will be. Unless they get greedy and want to make more spin-offs. Damn it, I'll take some Cowboy Bebop spin-offs. I don't care. They're making a live-action movie, and it's going to be horrible, but, you know, they're making one. The story I've been following for nearly my entire life was just finished. I mean, since that day, I felt so very, very lost. My appetite disappeared. I stopped hanging out with friends. I dropped all my hobbies. The days went by in a haze, and looking back, I can't remember a single moment with any kind of clarity. And it's sad, but that's the truth of it. I could try to blame the recent heat as much as I want, but in reality, I've been feeling like this for a few seasons now. I need to pick myself up. If I don't get a grip, I'm going to throw away my entire future. I need to get my head back into the game. That's right. Start making videos again on your YouTube channel. I need to pull it together before tomorrow. The first day at my new school. It's kind of hard to believe, really. I mean, even though I graduated high school, someone decided for me that my studies should continue. I assume that's one was Hikari. She's always meddling in my business. I suppose it's her way of looking after me. You know, can't be too mad at her. Before I knew it, I was enrolled in a new academy without so much as my nod of approval. Classes start tomorrow, whether I'm ready or not. As for the academy itself, I can't say I know much about it. I mean, there was a brochure in my letterbox at one point, but that promptly fell into the recycling can. I remember it had a lot of smiling faces on it. Probably just, typical propaganda. I don't even know what kind of classes I'll be attending. Could be anything, considering Hikari's eclectic tastes. She's probably signed me up for a cooking class, or horseback riding, or advanced basket weaving. Who knows? Advanced basket weaving. Hey, those degrees are highly valuable in the real world. I'm beginning to doze off in the warm afternoon sun. Just before my awareness slips away completely, a shadow falls across my face. Someone is suddenly standing over me. I squint, trying to make out their features. Time to wake up now, Alan. I'm sorry. Is that Hikari? Aw, she's a cutie. Cutie patootie. What are you lying around here for? It's far too hot. You're gonna cook. I shoot the girl a dirty look, as if accusing her for interrupting my rest. Takes me another couple of seconds to recognize the girl, playing my foggy mind. Oh, it's you, Hikari. Jeez, is that what passes for a greeting these days? Horrible. Sorry, I was just lost in thought. You know how it goes. Well, it's my fault for expecting you to treat me with a little respect. I said I'm sorry, bitch. Come on. Fine, fine. This intrusive girl is none other than Hikari, one of my closest friends and oldest friends. She's kind of cute in her own way, I guess. I mean, I've known her for such a long time that I can't really imagine her as anything other than just a friend. Though I wonder if she feels the same about me. Hikari is the kind of girl that shoots first, asks questions later, but that's probably due to her being overprotective rather than assertive. It's the reason I assume she is the one who enrolled me at the new academy. I don't know anyone else who cares about my future like she does. When we were younger, she had a habit of following me around everywhere, kind of like a little sister. And as we grew older, this habit evolved into meddling in my business and stealing my lunch every day. I mean, it probably sounds like I'm complaining, but, I'm honestly not. Hikari's a great person, and I'm truly lucky to have a friend like her. I just don't really understand what she sees in me, or really what she gets out of our relationship at all. Anyway, what are you doing out here? Do you have any idea how long it took me to find you? I have a cell phone. You could just call it. I'm relaxing. What's the big deal? Relaxing? You don't do anything but relax. You're aware we're starting school tomorrow, right? Did they assign homework? I'm painfully aware, thank you. Wait, you said we're, as in we are? Are you attending class with me, Hikari? Oh, give me a break. I've explained this to you at least 6.5 times. I swear, talking to you is like talking to a brick wall. Except the brick wall is better looking than you are. I object to that. Look, we're going to the academy together. That's fine. You don't have to say in the matter, okay? Okay, don't hurt me, please. I wouldn't dream of hurting you. I have a question, though. What kind of classes are we taking? A thoughtful expression crosses Hikari's features. I can tell she's making up her mind on whether to scold me or give me a proper answer. Well, if you read the guide I left for you at your house, here we go. You'd already know that we'll be taking basic first-year classes. Nothing too difficult, I'd imagine. They know you're a noob. Oh, stupid. Sorry. Discord. Not Discord. The Windows, notifications come all at once for some stupid reason. They're not push notifications. So you're gonna have to deal with the noise here for a second. Okay, I think it's done. Sorry. They know you're a noob, so you shouldn't have any problems. Somehow being called a noob hurts more than anything else Hikari could have come up with. Aren't you a noob as well, Hikari? I mean, come on, that's pot calling the kettle black here. She looks taken aback, almost as offended as I just got seconds ago. Well, no, I'm not new to this. You know I've been practicing for years. Wait, what? What? Practice what? Excuse me, I'm a little confused. What have you been practicing? A frown crosses Hikari's face. I know this expression well. It's her. I'm so tired of your clueless ass face. Oh, is it cooking? It's cooking class, right? No, it's not cooking. I've been practicing to become a fully fledged magical girl, of course. Her words hit me like a truck. Did she just say magical girl? Man, I've been out of the heat too long. She's right. Somehow the stupor I've been living in for endless months shatters in an instant. I'm going to a school with magical girls in training? Hell yeah, let's go. Sign me up. Oh, wait, I'm already signed up. I feel like my eyes have opened for the first time in a long time. I see Hikari's smiling face beaming at me as if she's so very proud of what she just said. Of course. Of course I remember that Hikari's trained to become a magical girl. How can I let such a magnificent fact elude me for so long? I've known as much for years. So if I put 2 and 2 together, I'd say the academy we're attending tomorrow is a school for magical girls. I mean, you know, I'm no rocket scientist, but I think I can figure that one out. But why am I going? I'm not a girl, and I have no magical talent whatsoever. Heck, I'm pretty sure I'm not even a girl. I mean, I'm pretty feminine, but, you know. You look like you just took a nice cold shower, Alan. Is everything okay? I think about her question for a moment. I do feel more alert now. It's a familiar feeling. It's almost the way I felt before, back before my favorite manga series finished. The truth is, magical girls are very, very real. The whole time I had my head buried in manga, real-life magical girls existed all around me. I think I was just too nervous to ever go out and meet them. Do you think there'd be like a dating site to meet magical girls or something? Except for Hikari. I knew her before she even awakened to her powers. I can't quite explain why I've let my mind stay so foggy these last few years, but maybe now with school starting tomorrow I can begin to work towards becoming a functioning human being again. And why am I going again? I gave Hikari a slight smile. Hikari, why am I going to school for magical girls? Hikari shuffles on the spot. She seems hesitant to tell me. Well, the truth is... About a month ago, you and I were having dinner, and all of a sudden your powers awoke. What? What powers? I noticed it immediately, but you seemed like your old, oblivious self and barely paid attention to what happened. So, what did happen? You'll have to get me up to speed here. Oh no, you knocked the glass over. Oh, it's everywhere. Oh my god. Like I said, we were having dinner together. I accidentally knocked a glass of water off the table. It was going to shatter my bare feet. I screamed, afraid of cutting myself on the glass. It happened so quickly I couldn't move away in time. And you just kind of glanced at the glass and it stopped midair, frozen in time. I mean, literally frozen in time, ice and all. I don't believe you. I would have remembered something like that. You just shrugged and continued eating. That doesn't sound like me. I think at the time you just believed I had made the glass freeze in place. After all, you've known about my magical powers for a long time. Oh, that could be true. I awoke to my powers when I was 13, maybe 14, I don't quite remember, but still. I have a very specific set of powers, and don't forget, I'm untrained. There's no way I could freeze something in time. So, after that night, I replayed the event back in my mind over and over. The only explanation is that you froze the glass. You suddenly woke to your own powers and saved me from getting cut on broken glass. So, what you're saying is, I'm a hero. Not quite. Jeez. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I never enrolled us to attend the academy. We were both sent letters from the association. They can detect who has magical powers and who doesn't, you know, like Hogwarts. To keep a record of everyone. According to the association, when magical girls reach 18 years of age, it's the law for them to attend the academy. I mean, aren't they supposed to be like young? Like, I saw card captors. Seems like when they reach 18, it's like that's like they're like old hat, right? They need to be retired. The letters basically demanded we attend the academy, effective immediately. Wait, they're demanding us? That's not a good way to get enrollment. I'm a boy. I can't go to an all-girls school. Yes, well, I can't explain it. Boys don't ever awaken to magical powers. You might be some new phenomenon. Because you awaken to your powers right on the age of 18, you get the joy of going back to school. Oh boy. Regardless, we both start classes tomorrow. We'll both be training to become magical girls. Or magical boy in my case, apparently. All this information is swirling around in my head like a tornado. I feel simultaneously excited and exhausted. Do I really have magical powers? Can I actually freeze things in time? Because that's pretty dope. I can't think of any other situation where I've done such a thing. I have no clue how to make it happen again. Well, I mean, I suppose that's the point of the academy, right? They should teach me to train to my full potential. I guess attending class with Hikari won't be so bad. Maybe I'll make some new friends along the way, too. What do you say we get out of here? We can grab some dinner to celebrate our last night of freedom. Sounds good to me. You're paying. I am not, you big lug. You can pay for both of us. Dinner was your idea, not mine. Why should I pay? Just as hopeless as always. How did I get dragged into going back to school with you? Oh, you love it. Let's see how many classes we can make it through before I strangle you out of frustration. Yeah, let's see how many. What are we at? 21 minutes? Okay, we're good on time. Oh, it's this April 16th. Oh, it's almost really April 16th. Oh, it's April 30th. Shut up. I said shut up. Please, for the love of God, that is holy, shut up. I begrudgingly open my eyes and destroy my alarm clock. The glowing red numbers taunt my blurry vision by fading in and out at full speed. I groan and rub my eyes, trying to clear my vision. Finally, I can make out the numbers on the clock clearly. 8:02 a.m. Oh man, I'm already at work. I get up at 5 a.m. every day. I have an early day. Thankfully, it's still early. I've got nothing to do today except eat leftovers, so why did I set my alarm for such an early time? 8:03. See, the time's passing before you know it. I smack my lips at the thought of the cold Chinese takeout waiting for me in the refrigerator. Oh, I had Chinese takeout last night. It was really good. I get the sweet and sour chicken. It's really good. I stifle a yawn. Some distant thought is tugging at the back of my mind. Have I forgotten something important about today? Did I have something more serious to do than eat leftovers? Probably not. Nah, there's nothing important going on in my life right now. I mean, maybe Hikari said she'll visit today or something small like that. Oh yeah, something's coming back to me. School? Am I supposed to go to school today? That doesn't seem right. I feel like a bucket of cold water just splashed over my head. Suddenly wide awake, I realize that I've completely forgotten today is my first day at the academy, and I'm already late. Everything's coming back to me. Way back to the car told me my first year orientation starts at 8:30 sharp. Sharp! I've got 22 minutes. I can't be late for my first day at the academy. What will Hikari think of me? And more importantly, what will the cute magical girls I've never met think of me? Man, the first impressions are everything. I leap out of bed like a frog launching from a lily pad. I immediately regret this action as I'm still tangled up in my blankets. They drag me down to the floor. I nearly avoid hitting my head. I thank my lucky stars that I didn't get hurt before frantically scrambling to my feet. I dash out of my room and into the kitchen. I open my fridge and I'm greeted by the wafting aroma of cold, sweet, and sour pork leftovers. I grab the container unceremoniously and launch it across the kitchen, cheering when it lands in the open microwave. Do we even have time to eat? I dash to the microwave and mash the keypad blindly. The light flickers to life and the machine starts up with a sputter and a hum. While my excellent choice of breakfast is being cooked to perfection, I decide to get dressed. When I reach my closet, I come to the sinking realization that I don't have an academy uniform yet. I heave open the doors with a sigh, only to be greeted by the sight of an unfamiliar dry cleaning bag on a coat hanger. With a confused frown, I pull the bag down and find a note written on the front in cute handwriting. I went to the trouble of picking up your new uniform for you. You owe me one. Hikari. Oh, that's Hikari. She thinks of everything. Tear into the dry cleaning bag and pull out the brand new uniform. I'm in the middle of climbing into my new threads just as an angry cacophony of beeps and boops calls me from the kitchen. Breakfast is ready. I finished donning my amazing new outfit. I look so stylish, by the way. And rocket into the kitchen to throw food into my gullet. My breakfast is demolished in a new personal record of 12.74 seconds. I would kill to be able to eat food that fast. I'm a slow eater in real life, and I hate it. I really do. And then I'm out the door in a flash. I hardly even know where I'm going, but I recall a car saying the academy is walking distance from my home, so that's pretty good. It's not hard to find a map on my phone, so I load that up and begin my hurried walk. A little time passes. It's 8:24. Can I make it in time? Map on my phone tells me I'll arrive in 8 minutes. I'll be a little late, but a couple minutes never hurt anyone, right? I wonder if Hikari will be there to greet me at the school gate. It would be nice to see a familiar face after this whirlwind of a morning. My power walk evolves into a jog when I see the school gates looming in the distance. I can't believe it. I'm actually going to make it. There's a few other straggling students making their way into the school. They're all wearing the academy's uniform, including its signature pastel yellow vest. Alright, yeah, cool. I noticed that all the other students are female. I mean, it isn't all girls, magical girls school. I mean, that's not surprising. But still, you know, it's the first time I'm witnessing such a thing. Oh man, it's gonna be like Princess Evangel all over again. We're gonna have our pick of the litter. I finally reached the school gates. When I peer beyond them, I can see the other students entering what looks to be the school hall. I suppose that's where orientation is being held. I glance around to see if Hikari is there. No luck, though. Maybe she's waiting for me inside the hall? I break into a run toward the school hall, sprinting as fast as my unfit legs can carry me. I weave in and around the other students, also making a mad dash forward. I'm nearly there. I can almost taste my fashionably late entrance. My foot snags on another student's shoe. Guess I wasn't quick enough to get out of their way. I don't have time to let out a gasp as I fall flat on my face on the pavement. Ow. I was so close. I nearly made it. Now I'm just lying on the ground face down like an idiot. A little squeal erupts from in front of me. My first thought is that maybe I squashed some small cute animal when I fell, like a kitten or a squirrel that it can squeal. Can squirrels squeal? I don't know. The first 2 letters of the name are kinda like squeal. I push myself off the ground and I'm greeted by an unexpected sight. Oh, this is the girl I want to romance. Yui Akiyama. That's a cute name. A cute girl wearing glasses has fallen on the ground in front of me. She looks to be about my age, so I assume she's a first-year student as well. She's trying and failing to cover up her panties, which I believe the entire world can now see. Don't look! I bashfully turned my head away for at least a second. Then I turned back to her. Stop it! Stop looking! You're a boy. Why are you here? This is a school for girls. I know. It's a long story, but I'm a student here. I'm sorry. I think I knocked you over. No, I think it was my fault. I was in a rush and wasn't looking where I was going. Are you hurt? No, I'm okay. The girl's still trying to adjust her skirt so that she can rescue her dignity. Are we really late for orientation? Yeah, I think so. That's terrible. I promised myself if I would make it on time. I can't believe I slept in. I'm a stupid girl. Hey now, don't beat yourself up. I slept in too. You don't understand. I only slept in because I went to bed at 3 a.m. Even though I promised myself I wouldn't stay up so late. This girl sure seems interesting. I wonder what could have caused her to stay up so late the day before school starts. Why were you up until 3 a.m.? That's too embarrassing to answer. Oh, come on now. You can tell me. It's not like we're strangers. I mean, I've seen your glasses. Don't say it. I already did, I'm afraid. Oops. Fine. I'll tell you why I was up so late. I was watching films. Ooh, I love films. Oh, what kind of films? It's not my fault I have trouble going to bed after watching horror movies. I start to see shadows lurking in every corner and I get too scared to even sleep. I don't expect someone like you to know what that's like. To become so engrossed in a tale of the macabre that all the hairs in your body stand on end. Be frightened senseless at the slightest strange sound from within your own home. Until you experience that kind of paralyzing terror, you'll never understand the joy of cult horror films. See, I'm not a horror guy, but I've seen my decent amount of horror movies. I don't know why I watch them. But I'm more into like the psychological horrors than like the gruesome, bloody, like murder kind of horrors. That's not really my thing. The girl's breathing heavily, obviously exhausted from her passionate outburst. I think she may have a screw loose. You haven't lived until you see a film that makes your toes curl, chills your bones, and gives you goosebumps all at the same time. I'll take your word for it. So, this girl likes to scare herself senseless, then she wonders why she can't get to sleep at a decent hour. So, you still haven't covered up your, The girl squeals again in embarrassment. I'd feel sorry for her if that view wasn't in my favor. Stop looking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not very gentlemanly of me. Why am I cursed with such bad luck? How can something so embarrassing happen on my very first day of school? I suppose I understand why she's so distressed. Maybe I should say something to calm her down. By the way, what's your name? My name? Yeah, is that such an unusual question? People usually ask their names in the meeting for the first time. No, I suppose not. My name is Yui Akiyama. I'm pleased to meet you, I guess. It's nice to meet you, Yui. My name is Alan. Alright, introductions out of the way. I get to my feet and dust myself off. I reach a hand out to Yui. Here, I'll help you up. I swear that Yui blushes for a second before grabbing my hand. Her fingers are soft and delicate, warm. She grips my hand ever so lightly, and I manage to lift her to her feet. Thank you. I'm sorry to meet under such distressing circumstances. Oh, don't sweat it. I'm just happy to meet you at all. The soft red blush returns to her cheeks, and she looks away shyly. We should go. Yeah. Without another word, Yui takes the lead and walks in front of me. I follow behind her obediently. We make our way to the entrance of the school hall. The big wooden doors are closed, barring our way forward. Yui tries pulling the handle. The door is stuck fast. She frowns and changes her tactics, pushing the door instead. Still no luck. The door is securely locked. Do they really lock out latecomers? I guess so. That seems weird. Oh no, are we going to be punished for missing orientation? I don't think I can handle detention. Calm down. I'm sure we're not going to be punished. We'll just have to wait here until orientation ends, I suppose. I kind of wanted to see it, but that's alright, I guess. I gave Yui a shrug. If we wait around for the students to leave the hall, we'll surely run into Hikari. Hikari will know what to do, she always does. In the meantime, why don't we get to know each other? Yui doesn't say anything. The downtrodden expression has etched itself onto her features. You know, with Yui here, there may as well be no other girls in this game, because I will never pick any other girl. Well, maybe I will. Time will tell. She leans against the wall and lets out a sigh. So, like, do you know any magic? Can you, like, pull a rabbit out of a hat or something? I have a hat. Either she doesn't hear me or she's choosing to ignore me now. Her eyes are closed as though trying to block out the world around her. Maybe she's using the magic to open the door. Maybe it's a test. Not much I can do, I suppose. I slump down and sit on the ground. Well, I have no idea how long orientation goes for, how long we'll be waiting around here. A bell rings. Finally, orientation is finished. The doors of the school hall swing wide open and a flood of students leak out of the building. There must be hundreds of girls all scurrying forward. As they exit the hall, they split into different directions, surely heading towards their first classes for the day. If only I knew what my classes were, or could head towards where I'm supposed to go, but I have no clue what I'm doing here. I need to find Hikari. I stand at the side as all the students tumble out of the hall. I lose sight of Yui on the other side of the crowd. Oh well, she stopped talking to me anyway. Not my fault. I desperately try to catch a glimpse of Hikari's familiar face in the crowd. It doesn't help that she's shorter than most of the other students, which will likely be lost in the group. I suddenly feel a tap on my shoulder. I turn around. You idiot, how could you miss orientation? I was waiting inside the hall for you and they locked the doors and I had to sit by myself. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it. You let me down, Alan. You're going to make this up to me. I will. I'm really sorry. What happened anyway? Did you sleep in? Well, yeah, I did, but I actually got here at a decent time. The problem is I knocked another girl over and we got caught up talking and, you know, we missed the deadline. Another girl? Yeah, actually. Because the crowd is thinned out, I can see that Yui standing awkwardly by the doors. It was that girl over there. Hikari looks toward Yui, standing all alone. I see. Is she a first year as well? She looks lost. You know, not all people who wander are lost, but yeah, she's lost. Since we got locked outside, we weren't sure what to do or where to go. I was kind of hoping you could help us, Hikari. Hikari almost looks sad. She's like a shepherd leading her flock. But then a bright smile flashes across her face. I'm always happy to help. Now that orientation is over, we have to go to our homeroom and meet our teacher. I can lead the way. Hikari begins to skip away. I grab Yui's attention with a wave and beckon her towards us. What is it? We can go to homeroom and meet our teacher now. Do you want to follow us? Yeah, okay, thanks. With that, the three of us make our way to the classroom. The classroom's noisy. There must be 30 students packed in, chatting away and waiting for the teacher to arrive. Hikari managed to find seats for myself and Yui all lined up next to each other. Not a bad arrangement if I do say so myself. I glance around the room. It all feels just very familiar. Just like high school all over again. The students are even in cliques, and it's only the first day. There's a group of sporty-looking girls at the back of the class. One of them is bouncing a basketball for some reason. I don't know why she brought that to the academy, maybe just to reinforce her clique stereotype. At the front of the class are the bookworms. They're shy, speaking only in whispers and glancing nervously at the other students. Plotting something nefarious, no doubt. Hanging by the classroom door are the rebellious girls, probably smoking. A few of them have streaks of neon color dyed in their hair. The uniforms are untidy, and a few have cut off their sleeves, you know. The rebellious, they're sticking it to the person. And here in the middle of the class are Hikari, Yui, and myself. Hikari and I go way back, of course. I've just met Yui. As for Hikari and Yui's relationship, well, I don't think they've spoken a single word to each other. Will they become friends? Time will tell. The clamor of voices quiets down as the classroom doors opens and a woman enters. She makes her way to the front of the class, offers a smile, and begins her speech. She's pretty. Satomi. Good morning, class. I'm your homeroom teacher, Miss Atsuka. But you can call me by my first name, Satomi. You'll find that I'm a very informal teacher, and like any teacher you've had during your school years, for sure. It's my hope that we'll all become friends during your first year here at the academy. I hope that we can build a relationship that carries on long after you graduate. This new teacher, Satomi, seems really nice. I can only pick out just one defining feature of this new teacher. No, I have to pick two. She has two very large defining features. Her eyes. They're gorgeous. Unless shallow, no. I guess she has an inviting smile. Overall, she's definitely not bad for an older woman. She seems to have captured the class's attention. Even the rebellious girls have taken a sheet to show their respect. I'm sure you all have a million questions burning in your brains, especially after orientation. Rest assured, I'm here to help every one of you achieve your goals and get good grades during the year. As your homeroom teacher, I'll offer you support and guidance. If you need assistance with any of your subjects, you can always come to me. Satomi claps her hands together and beams. Now then, with all that out of the way... As she takes a step forward, her elbow knocks a stack of papers off her desk, important-looking documents scattered all over the floor. The class gasps, then falls silent, waiting to see how she reacts to the mess she just made. She picks it up using magic. Oops. Satomi's face turns bright red. She bends down to pick up some of the papers. She lowers herself, and a loud thud echoes throughout the classroom as her head slams into the corner of her desk. I have done that before. Like hitting my head on a table or something, bending down to pick something up. It happens, you know. The class gasps once more, then silence. Ouch! I hear a slight giggle from Yui sitting next to me. She obviously thinks this whole affair is pretty funny. Rude. A few girls rush to the front of the class to help the teacher pick up her papers. What is this song? When Satomi stands up, I can make out the faint purple outline of a bruise forming on her forehead. I could have sworn we were going to talk about panties for a second. After two clumsy failures, Satomi hasn't exactly managed to maintain her composure. She's glowing red and a bead of embarrassed sweat trickles down her face. Class, if you could just all ignore that little spectacle, I'd greatly appreciate it, thanks. A few students giggle quietly. Satomi does her best to continue with her speech. Somehow she hasn't entirely lost the class's respect, which is admirable. Okay, class, where was I? Oh, yes. For our first year piece of business today, I'll be covering the subjects you'll be learning this year. Let's begin. There are 3 core subjects that you must all attend in order to progress at the academy. These subjects are magical history, practical magic, and alchemy. Any other subject you choose to undertake at the academy are optional, but will provide credits towards your overall degree. In magical history class, you'll learn all about the origins of the magical girls that have become commonplace in our world. You'll discover how they came into being and their importance in our modern society. In practical magic class, you'll undertake rigorous magical training to hone your minds and bodies. You'll learn spells and abilities that are essential for a magical girl to undertake their duties. Finally, in alchemy class, you'll become familiar with the art of crafting magical items. From magical swords to staves to potions and portals, this is where your creativity will be put to the test. All this sounds pretty cool. I mean, I had no idea this was so involved with becoming a magical girl. I hear the hurried scratching of pen on paper and look to my left. Hikari is scribbling notes frantically, her tongue sticking out the sides of her mouth as she concentrates. To my right, Yui is also taking notes, though she decorated the page of her notebook with little doodles of a wicked witch staring a cauldron. Your time here at the Academy will be one of the most memorable experiences of your life. In fact, when you look back on these days, you may think it was all just a dream. That's how pleasant your days here will be. With that said, don't think you can just slack off. In order to graduate, you will need to put in a lot of hard work. Don't expect to excel at every class. All students are different, and you may find that what comes naturally to you is very difficult for someone else. It's important to not let your classes and studying time dominate your life. Socialize, make friends, take the time to relax once in a while. I highly recommend joining a club when you get the chance. We host a variety of fun clubs that you can attend in your free time. Take part in activities and meet new people. Finally, to wrap up on a little speech, I need to tell you what to expect at exam time. The Academy runs exams twice during the year. You can expect an exam each semester. The key attributes we assess you are on magic, alchemy, preparation, and expertise. It's important to focus on raising these attributes during your study time. You can improve your attributes with theory or practice. There's no wrong way to go. Reading books, taking time to study, practicing spells, performing alchemy, all of these activities will help you improve your attributes. You may find that other activities outside of the school also help you out. Be sure to explore and find out what works best for you. If your key attributes are high enough come exam time, you will have no doubt perform very well. So long as you work hard at improving yourself, you have no need to stress. Should you fail your exam, well, let's not go into that today, okay? I'm sure you all succeed with flying colors. So Tomi smiles widely at the class. Everyone seems to be in a good mood after hearing her passionate speech. Now I run through the subjects we talked about in my head: magical history, practical magic, and alchemy. They all sound fairly interesting. I get the feeling I'll enjoy practical magic the most. I mean, after all, isn't that about casting spells and seeing real magic happen before your eyes? So Tomi wraps up her little speech with a few heartfelt quotes from some famous magical girls or something along those lines. Some girl about, I don't know, Machiro was her name or something. I started getting hungry, so I began to zone out. Before I know it, I'm being shuffled out of the classroom by Hikari. All the other students are leaving too, and Yui's following behind. Hikari pulls me aside in the corridor. So, Alan, what'd you think? Everything sounds so exciting, right? Yeah, I actually think I'll enjoy my time here. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I had a feeling we'll have most of our classes together, so we can always help each other out with our studies. I notice Yui standing off to the side of the corridor. She glances at her phone absent-mindedly. I get the feeling she's not one to make friends easily, and she doesn't seem to know anyone at the school. Maybe I should make an effort and invite her to hang out with Hikari myself. I'm super excited about magical history class. I want to learn all about the famous magical girls from history like Jeanne d'Arc and Cleopatra. Oh my god, I love Jeanne d'Arc. I play a game called Shadowverse, which is a collectible card game, and it has Jeanne d'Arc in it, and I love that card. It has actually several Jeanne d'Arcs in it, and I love those cards. I just love the character. I love the lore and everything behind Jeanne d'Arc. It's just really fascinating to me. I let Hikari trail off as I wander off to Yui. Hey. Yui looks up from her phone, somewhat taken aback. I wasn't waiting around for you or anything like that. I just don't know anyone here. Oh, it's okay. Don't sweat it. Sorry about running into you, this morning. Yui almost gives me a smile. That's a smile. That's not an almost. There's no almost about that. That is a smile. A very warm, loving smile. It's okay. I'm glad I met at least one new person today. Me too. I mean, if you don't mind, you're more than welcome to hang out with myself and Hikari. Thank you. I'd like that. I'd feel more comfortable having a few friends around. Hikari stomps over to us in a huff. Alan, I was in the middle of talking to you and you just walked away. Who taught you to be so rude? Certainly wasn't me. Sorry, Hikari. I figured I should properly introduce you since we'll be taking classes together. Hikari, this is Yui. Yui, this is my little friend, Hikari. Your little friend? Is that all I am to you? We've known each other for many years now. The amount of disrespect I get from you is incredible. Whoa, hey, I'm sorry, Hikari, I'm sorry. Yui, Hikari's my childhood friend. We've known each other forever. It's nice to meet you, Hikari. Nice to meet you too. Well, since we're all new here, we should all be friends. That'll make school more fun, right? Yeah. That sounds good, Alan. Yui did know something I didn't expect. She bows formally to Hikari. Hikari, I hope we can be good friends. Please take care of me. Take care of you? Okay, I mean, we didn't adopt you. Wait. Don't get us wrong. I'm taken aback by formality and politeness. Even Hikari has a shocked look on her face and can only offer a stuttering reply. Thank you. I hope we can be good friends. Yui offers Hikari a warm smile, then blushes a little and goes back to burying her face in her phone. I guess she got a bit embarrassed. Hey, who wants to get something to eat? Alan's paying today. The hell I am. Hikari and Yui check all my expense before dragging me out to lunch. Gosh darn it. After we stuffed our faces with food, the three of us returned to class. And I think I'm going to end the part off here. This game actually looks... I'm actually kind of excited to play this game. It's kind of generic, sure. But that's part of the charm, right? I've heard good things about this game, so I'm really excited to continue. How it's going to go is I'm going to upload parts of this Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This will obviously is Wednesday. This will be up, so Wednesday and Friday, and then 3 days a week after that. And then I'll do quick looks probably on Tuesdays and Thursdays when I can squeeze them in. So I'm going to have more gameplay on the channel and less kind of short little quick looks of visual novels and stuff like that. I feel that's kind of getting a little boring, so that's what I'm going to try to focus on more of. And I'm really excited, and I hope you all enjoy this, and tune in for part 2. And if you like my videos, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of my content. Always appreciate it. So have a good day, everybody, and take care.